With the ground a bit of a mud bath, I tried to hand launch the S6, but the auto takeoff feature wouldn't work with the drone in my hand. The S6 has to be level to take off, and I simply couldn't get it level enough on my hand, so a ground takeoff was in order. I used a head camera to capture this footage, and I warn you, you will see quite a bit of head bobbing during the flight. The S6 uses virtual joysticks, and with this being the first time I've used them, I had to keep looking down at the screen and then looking up at the drone to make sure everything was okay. I have to admit, I did struggle a little with the virtual joysticks, and I clearly need a lot more practice with them to control the S6 how I want to. This is definitely something to work towards. The S6 drone isn't fast, and it doesn't offer an exhilarating and edge-of-your-seat flying experience, but this is to be expected. The S6 is a selfie drone, not a racing drone, and it is designed for capturing photos and video footage. Therefore, it needs to be slow and steady to do this. Tearing around like a bat out of hell does not lead to smooth video footage or sharp stills. Given my current skills with the virtual joysticks, I'm glad the S6 is a slow drone. I mean, had it been much faster, I would probably stoked it into a tree or something and destroyed it. Keeping track of the orientation was a challenge and far harder than using my DJI Spark, but then the S6 doesn't have LEDs that are as bright as the Spark. The orientation issue could cause a few problems with video footage, but it shouldn't be a problem using the S6 for stills. The stability of the S6 is good, but then it is a still day and I'm not taking it up very high. The stability is something I will have to test further, and I do intend to take the S6 much higher and will also fly in windy conditions to do this. Overall, I would say the first flight with the Wingsland S6 was a success. There are areas I need to work on, and getting used to the virtual joysticks is the most obvious. Fortunately for me, any head bobbing and switching between looking at the S6 and the controller and back won't have any impact on the video footage and stills photos I capture using this drone.